Politics as Republicans staged part 2 of the party's national convention. The First Lady, Melania Trump, took center stage as the keynote speaker. In a rare political appearance from the White House Rose Garden, she praised the U.S. president's handling of the coronavirus crisis and expressed sympathy for hundreds of thousands of American victims. While endorsing her husband's run for a second term, she also made a call for racial unity following another police shooting.
He's not a traditional politician. He doesn't just speak words. He demands action, and he gets results. I encourage people to focus on our future while still learning from our past. We must remember that today we are all one community, comprised of many races, religions, and ethnicities. Our diverse and storied history is what makes our country strong, and yet we still have so much to learn from one another.
Our reporter Colin Campbell has been following the night's events from Washington.
We did hear from Tiffany Trump. We heard from Eric Trump. Tiffany Trump talked about the virtues of being a Republican. And if your feelings align with the Republican platform, then you too belong to the Republican Party, was the overall argument that Tiffany Trump was trying to make. While Eric, in the very end of his speech, made an appeal to his father, saying that he missed working alongside his father. He even said, "I love you, Dad." He even used that emotional word that we don't often hear coming from the Trump children on a public stage. We definitely didn't hear it from the other son, Donald Trump Jr. So these two children tonight tried to humanize their father more than other people have that have spoken at the RNC.
Now, Melania Trump spoke from the White House Rose Garden, and earlier the Secretary of State Mike Pompeo was spoke while on a taxpayer-funded trip to Jerusalem. There's been some controversy, hasn't there, over the blurring of public campaigning in such a political way?
Yeah, there was. And this is the first time in 75 years a member of the State Department, Secretary of State, has spoken to a national convention. So that's partly the reason why there has been so much controversy. It hasn't happened in decades, and there is really no certain term or number as to how much this trip cost for Secretary of State Mike Pompeo to speak from Jerusalem at the RNC. However, staffers have said that no taxpayer money was used to film the recording used at the RNC, but many are finding that hard to believe, and some even believe that Republicans themselves will have a problem with the blurring of lines of using taxpayer money and the Secretary of State trying to represent himself as a private citizen speaking at the RNC, even if in video.